Hello, fire service. What's the address of the fire?
What do you want, please?
I'm at Port of Manchester.
It's Oldham.
Right, what is it that's on fire?
The house.
Right, are you inside the house?
Yeah, the kitchen's
Right,
bed.
get out of the house and get everybody out.
Get the kid out.
Right. Hello?
Manchester Fire and Rescue Service turn out to more than 52,000 incidents every year. Most are the result of crime, hoaxes, negligence, or ignorance. The majority of all incidents could be avoided.
After what you've said regarding the cigarette, can I be honest? I am totally ashamed.
With this group of youths, we just decided to leave. Just get back to the station ASAP.
We can't start disturbing anything until we're satisfied that we know where the baby is.
It's nearly midnight. Broughton Blue Watch are 6 hours into a 15-hour shift, and they're on their 5th shout of the night.
2 cars.
They've been called out to a stretch of deserted heathland where 2 cars have been dumped side by side and torched.
The only danger we really have with car fires is there are quite a few noxious fumes given off.
A spark from the battery could reignite these combustible fumes at any second, so they need to open the bonnet as quickly as possible to disconnect the electrics.
Let's have that open as well.
Cars are often set alight to conceal crime, so firefighters always check the boot for evidence. Sometimes they even find bodies.
What's this in back of here? Just have a little look now, see if we can drag it through there. It's not a cash machine, is it? I think it is, yeah.
Blue Watch have uncovered what may be a crucial piece of criminal evidence.
Steve, can you inform the police that one of the vehicles possibly contains a cash machine from a bank? Yeah, okay. We think the cars might have been used in a robbery of some sort. Is it a cash machine? Yeah, cash machine. Right.
The police believe that this was one of 4 cash dispensers stolen earlier today. The gang netted nearly £500,000 from the heist before attempting to destroy the evidence. Broughton Greens are one of 6 crews called to a major fire in Rochdale.
We've just arrived, boss. What do you want to do?
This fire is burning deep in the heart of a Victorian factory, threatening its structure as well as all the buildings surrounding it.
You don't know what the OIC, you haven't got any spare men, have you?
No, we haven't. The may need another B18 in the basement.
The fire has been burning for 2 hours, and the Broughton crew have been drafted in as backup for the firefighters who were first on the scene.
Well, there's two BA crews already in, but one of the crews is just creating a fire break, just putting wall to walls, stopping the fire breaking through to this other building. One of the crews is due for coming out in a minute, so we're going to relieve them.
Wearing breathing apparatus, Dave and his colleagues head into the bowels of the blazing building. They have just 20 minutes of air in their tanks. Wading through 3 feet of water, they're working in total darkness, soaking the brickwork, creating a fire break to stop the blaze from spreading to the surrounding buildings. Over their heads are 1,000 tons of crumbling Victorian masonry in danger of collapse. Being trapped under tons of rubble is most firefighters' biggest fear. After 20 minutes of high-pressure hosing, the fire break has worked and the fire is now under control.
We was in the basement, so obviously we can get right underneath it, stop it spreading any further, which is what we've done. No, it's not very comfortable being wet through, but you just get on with it. You can feel all the water in my boots, but my pants are wet through and my socks are soaked.
The firefighters have managed to save the surrounding buildings, but the factory itself has been reduced to a shell.
Yeah, we're just been turned out to a silver Ford Escort, which we should be almost there now. Just the usual car fire, we get loads of them here.
We're averaging about 40 a month, which is just over one a day at the moment. My personal record is 9 in one night, which was a pretty busy night. Going back a few years, we used to get 250, 200 a month.
Every year in Manchester, car fires cost society £18,028,500. It's the World Cup, and while the rest of the country watches the England match, the fire service are still fighting fires. Broughton Greens have been called out to Prestwich in northwest Manchester. The family concerned were in their garden watching England versus Trinidad and Tobago when they saw smoke coming out of a downstairs window.
It's a boiler room or gas meter.
You hear that? Yeah, okay. And there's a gas meter in there as well, okay.
To the end of the hall, right and right again.
The fire is in the utility room, which houses both the gas boiler and the meter. The firefighters have to get to the gas supply and turn it off before it explodes.
Start venting then, please, Chris.
Yeah, okay.
We all smoke, so if somebody's got in and left a cigarette in there, then that's possible.
With the gas supply disconnected and the smoke vented, the firefighters can search for the source of the smoke. They immediately find a pile of clothes smouldering in the corner. It may not be a big blaze, But these smoking rags have totaled this newly renovated utility room in less than 5 minutes.
I was actually sat out in the garden. My husband was watching football and I've seen smoke coming from the window out the back, and the next thing the smoke turns black. My neighbours come running in, this isn't right. Without this fire brigade, we wouldn't have a home to live in, it would be ashes.
What have you put it down to?
Cigarette.
Yeah, I thought I'd say it away, really. But it's definitely burnt downwards, hasn't it?
After scrutinising the remains of the utility room, the incident commander has concluded that far from being gas or electricity related, it was started by one unfortunate mistake.
Having spoken to the occupants, it's clear that there was nothing that was plugged in, haven't been using anything that could have been hot and put there. So what I'm putting it down to is a cigarette, a carelessly discarded cigarette. Had the fire been left a little bit longer and the neighbour hadn't alerted to them, the fire could have spread right into the kitchen and through the rest of the ground floor of the house and beyond that. Had they been asleep, then really the consequences don't bear thinking about.
How do you feel now?
To be fair...
Bit shook up still.
Well, yeah, but after what you've said regarding the cigarette, can I be honest? I am totally ashamed.
Oh, I mean,
no, I am.
It's quite
No,
freaky,
no,
like.
seriously, no. Despite what you might think or whatever, the fact that you've had to come out to my home because of my habit makes me feel inadequate and that a waste of time in your respect.
Oh, come on then, we'll go in and do it.
Your name is?
Mike.
On the second shift, a bedroom fire and a missing baby.
Can you satisfy yourself that that is just the cop? If not, she's going to have to be interviewed by the police.
It's you, right? Grab that light.
Get me out!
Some children have turned the hydrant on and we're going to turn it off so that obviously the road isn't flooded. Pulling up now to it, the kids have ran off.
With almost 30,000 water hydrants in Greater Manchester, hot summer days can be busy for firefighters.
Put it on it! Put it on it!
As the most junior men on the watch, Dan and Andy get the job of capping it while trying not to get soaked.
Oh, he's wedged it! He's wedged it!
But it's not just a simple case of turning off a tap.
Well, we use a special key that fits the actual hydrant. There's only us that should have one, so we don't actually know how the kids manage to do it.
It's fun for the kids, but for the fire service, it's a drain on resources, taking up time and wasting water. It's 3 hours into their shift, and Red Watch have been called to a cul-de-sac in Moss Side.
Fire's in the back bedroom, Mal.
The fire is in a child's bedroom in the home of a single mother and her 3 kids, all under the age of 5, who appear to have escaped.
Check round the back, Mal. We've got fire in the back bedroom. The occupiers assured me there's nobody in. So it's just a bog standard bedroom fire at the moment. Well, you can see from the pattern of the burning that it's the actual source of the fire's in this corner.
Half an hour ago, this pile of ashes was a baby's cot.
Could have been a lot worse. Do we? What we're looking for, man.
Suddenly, the incident commander interrupts Alan to give him some urgent news from the mother.
I've asked her to tell me where the baby is, and she's just totally nonplussed.
No idea.
Well,
despite previous assurances that the house was empty, now the mother doesn't seem to know where her one-year-old child is.
all we know at the moment is that the mother is under the impression that her friend has taken her other children to school and taken the baby. At the moment, she's not sure where the baby is. We can't start disturbing anything until we're satisfied that we know where the baby is.
The last time the mother remembers seeing her baby, he was in his cot. At the moment, all the firefighters have to go on is this pile of ashes.
So, can you satisfy yourself that that is just the cot, please, Alan? I'll go and speak to her again and try and get her to give me some more information. If not, she's going to have to be interviewed by the police.
Red Watch have to search every inch of the house for clues to the baby's whereabouts. Then, as quickly as the situation arose, the firefighters get the news they long to hear.
We've now identified that the child is in fact sat across the road in its trolley with a friend. The mother was totally unaware, so she says, that a friend had taken it. So we're happy that everybody's accounted for. We've identified the cause. It's a 2-year-old boy playing with a lighter who set fire to the mattress on the cot. What the lad's going to do now is take away all the burnt material from the bedroom and leave it as best we can.
It's only been half an hour since their previous hydrant, and Broughton Ambers have got another one. This time, the kids have stuck around. Calling out the fire brigade and then watching them get soaked can be a great form of entertainment.
Next one's yours, Dan.
It's also a useful diversionary tactic for aspiring thieves.
Dan! Come on, right over here.
Watch yourself there, mate.
Back off, please, lads.
The pump is loaded with £50,000 worth of equipment, and it's hard to keep an eye on 17 swarming kids.
Just finished with the hydrant. We're just with this group of youths. We're just decided to leave. Just get back to the station ASAP.
Ambers are under siege. While they try to leave, the kids are trying to nick anything they can from the back of the pump.
A large number of kids in the area started to basically swamp us and open the lockers as we were trying to get onto the pump and steal our equipment. Basically, when our backs are turned and we're busy, they'll come along and open the locker and say whatever they want, really. That young lad back there then just said he's probably got more than we have, which is probably true because they've probably stolen them from the pumps already.
The fire service also acts as Manchester's river rescue force, carrying out over 30 recoveries a year. It's a hot July Saturday evening, and this woman is in the middle of the River Irwell, unable to get ashore.
Get me out!
It's Manchester's biggest river, and in some places, more than 15 feet deep.
Eileen, get the line! Grab it!
Eileen, grab the line.
I think she's been drinking.
Grab the line. Eileen.
Normal procedure in river rescues is to throw a lifeline, but Eileen isn't responding, which leaves Blue Watch with only one option.
Stone and just hang on. Come on.
Eileen's evening dip has ended up involving 10 firefighters, 4 paramedics and 8 police officers. After half an hour afloat, Eileen doesn't seem to have got her land legs back.
That's what I was hoping, just going out and you'd disappear like properly. That's what I was hoping.
I'm going to get insured. Definitely going to get insured, because where would I have been if it was my whole house? What would I have done?
On the next watch,
I'm glad we did it, but it deserved it, you know what I mean?
What sort of speed were we going, do you remember?
30 to 40.
Okay. I'd be gutted if I smashed me Nova.
It's got a very high explosive range, and if it's left to heat for too long, it can actually explode.
Tom Ford reports on the new Fiat 500, due here in the UK next year. It's fifth gear, next on 5.
My name is Hank. Here's the thing.
3 CG.
This time on 999.